Okay, so I'll stop the video for better bandwidth and I'll share my screen. The screen is visible to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome everybody to this session of TechTalk organized by ISA Pune. A small introduction about myself. I'm the current president of ISA Pune section and I am having my own company called Himkund Automation LLP. I'm the founder CEO. Now a small brief about ISA, International Society of Automation, which is the leading professional society for automation. ISA has a vision of creating a better world through automation. And its mission statement is also very clear, which is empowering the global automation community through standards and knowledge sharing. Now, ISA brings to you so many platforms for membership, training, certification, events, standards, conformity assessment, and so on. So, in short, it is your automation toolkit, as it offers so many programs, services, and tools for all the ISA members and the broader automation community. By numbers, we are 13,800 plus members. ISA has set 138 standards for the automation industry. It has 16 personal credentials. It has 8 product and system certifications, and it has trained 8,000 professionals. Plus, we have 10,000 plus event registrants. By standards, we have made standards, which is an ISA is an ANSI accredited standards developer and has developed 138 standards. These standards are developed through experts, through 3,500 plus volunteers coming over from over 40 countries. For example, one of the main standards developed by ISA and adopted by IC also is the ISA standard 62443, which is on cybersecurity. It is a comprehensive standard and consensus-based automation and control system cybersecurity standard. ISA imparts training in multiple formats. They can be online trainings, they can be in-person trainings. We have flexible formats. We have classroom training, virtual classroom. We have documentation towards certification. The trainings is characterized by the fact that they are taught by experts, certified experts in that particular field, and the training also includes theory as well as applications. These are the type of credentials and certification we do. So we have certifications which have a limited time period and requires renewal, and we also have certificates which never expire, have no eligibility requirements, and they're based on experience. Benefits of ISA credentials, obviously there are a lot of advantages for individuals as far as documents, education, knowledge, experience is concerned. To employees and corporates, it recognizes automation professionals with the appropriate credentials, and so on and so forth. ISA is also, part of many consortiums. It is leading consortiums. For example, Logic, then a Global Cybersecurity Alliance, ISA Secure, ICS4, ICS. These are consortiums where it collaborates with other organizations to bring forth certification schemes. For example, under ISA Secure certification, we have component security assurance, IIoT component security assurance, and so on and so forth. It is also contributed to ISA 100 wireless as far as device certification is concerned, and so on and so forth. ISA provides thought leadership as far as content, events, news, and publications is concerned. These are topics and markets covered by ISA, which includes digital transformation industry 4.0, operations and management, factory automation and machine control, process automation and control, cyber security and connectivity, and so on and so forth. These are, one of the major functions at ISA in events and conferences. We have award-winning events in person and virtual. One of the major award-winning event is our automation and leadership conference, which recently happened on between 4th and 6th October, and many of our leaders attended the conference. So this is one of that. Then we have an upcoming. We had an OT cybersecurity summit in Scotland. We have an upcoming digital transformation in Asia Pacific coming up in Australia, and these can be attended in person as well as online. So it's in a hybrid mode. ISA is into a lot of news and publications. ISA members directly get the Intech magazine. A lot of books are there in print and digital format. Then there is a portal called isautomation.com, which has news and ebooks. ISA also has on its website a lot of blogs, ISA news, press releases, and so on. ISA has been covered in all these various magazines, and as it is the go-to organization for automation, that is obvious that many of the world's leading automation magazines, as well as particularly in pharma, smart industry, medical, and so on, they cover ISA from time to time. Now, coming to our community, ISA community, for membership, ISA Connect, young professionals and students, we have ISA membership, which is beneficial for everybody. First of all, we have a portal called Connect, where you can engage in technical discussions on ISA Connect. You can network with all other automation professionals through geographical sections. You can also build connections through conferences, webinars, and online directions. I'll talk more about Connect a bit later. You have an opportunity to grow by exploring opportunities and building a resume with ISA Career Center. And you learn through almost 150 standards, which are available to you for downloading free of cost if you're an ISA member. You also read about the latest in industry information and take trainings to build technical and leadership knowledge skills. There's something about ISA Connect, which is like an LinkedIn, but it is for ISA members only. So we have all these 14,000 members are connected through ISA Connect, which is our portal, and we can reach out to anybody over an email. We can connect to particular groups. We can take part in discussions, and we can put forth our events of a section and so on using this platform. ISO also has divisions. So divisions, there are 16 divisions where members can join any or all of the divisions, whatever interests them in their professional field. So we have divisions in aerospace, analysis, automatic control and robots, and so on and so on, process control, chemical, aerospace, smart manufacturing, and so on. So these 16 divisions are available to you to join if you're an ISM member. And on an average, there is more than 2,700 members in every division. Now, ISS sections. We are in ISA Pune section. The section is a group of professional or student members who have chosen to affiliate around a specific geographic area. We are in ISA Pune section, which is one of 8 sections in India and is affiliated to Asia Pacific district, which comprises, in addition to India, it comprises of Malaysia, Australia, Japan, and Taiwan, who has recently joined us. Coming to ISA Pune section, nearer to you. As of today, we are 166 professional members in the section. We have been doubling growth year on year with about 80% member retention. And as far as accolades are concerned, last year, our president, past president, HS Pansare, then president, was awarded for section leader excellence worldwide. And this year, in 2023, we have been awarded or conferred with a section excellence award. This year, on a personal level, I have been conferred with the volunteer leader of the year award. We won membership growth awards in last 2 years running. We have been recruiting 20% new board members every year to promote leadership and engagement, and bringing in fresh leaders. ISA Pune section boasts one of the highest health metrics worldwide, which basically is a combination of financing engagement, finances engagement, programs, events, and so on. I would suggest people to who are everybody to mute yourself, please. Yeah. These are the activities in ISA Pune section, in person and webinar TechTalk. So there are 3 conferences. We had 1 conference in April. IIT 4 conferences there in January 23, that is 24, sorry, 19th January 2024, and a student-led conference will be held in February 2024. So keep connected to us so that you come to know about these events. We have ISA Pune has student sections from 9 engineering colleges affiliated to Pune. We also encourage young professionals with the leadership positions in section board. Now we have a particular program wherein professionals under the age of 35 years qualify to be a young professional. So they have their own programs which are led by them. We also guide all these colleges in defining their courses for engineering students, and we also, last but not the least, publish newsletters quarterly. These are our upcoming also cybersecurity training programs. We have a scheduled program on cybersecurity 62443 standard. The IC 32 plus 33 part is coming up in, sorry, this is an older brochure, but it's coming up in December. And in January, we have a scheduled program on the second part, which is an IC 634 plus 37 program. So anybody interested in taking part in these programs, please get in touch with us or our education chairs. You can take the details from us. This is something about student sections. The important point is that in Pune, we have 9 engineering colleges from Pune are having ISA student sections. As of today, we have 260 plus ISA student members in the section, with more students who are coming in the new academic session and renewals. It will go and touch 400. So we will become probably the largest student section in the world globally. In 2023, we have ISA Foundation has conferred scholarships of $30,000 plus, backed by 9 students from a section. This again is a record. It is the highest globally. We have monthly sections meetings with the student section leaders and faculty advisors. We have internships given to student section members by our manufacturing companies, consultants, and so on, who are ISA members. We also sponsor college projects, competitions, events, and so on. ISA have a very strong presence on social media. We are there on LinkedIn, where we have 2,400 plus followers. In case you are not followed us, please do so. Go to the LinkedIn and search for ISA Pune section. Follow us. We are there on Facebook page. We have 600 plus followers. We have this, as I said, ISA Connect, a dedicated platform for ISA members. And we have an email subscriber base of 4,500 subscribers. We also have a WhatsApp group for our ISA community for instant connections, for referrals, for asking questions, for events and news about automation and so on. So it is a very vibrant community we have. This is our board members as of this particular year. And finally, coming to the end of the presentation, again, my appeal to you is to join ISA. Together, we'll create a better world through automation. Thank you very much. Am I audible? I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you are. So okay. We can start with
Fine.
Satish.
So now we will start with today's program. It gives me great pleasure to come to today's program, which is a webinar on patented digital control valves for industry, agnostic liquid dispensing applications. And this is being done by Mr. Satish Pathak, who is the founder and executive director of Samiep Technology Innovations Private Limited. Satish is a technology inventor. He's an expert process optimizer with a revolutionary approach. And I'll come to more details about him. I'll just stop this presentation and switch to that particular page. Satish has 35 years experience in the field of instrumentation, embedded electronics, and application software, with interfacing communication to offer complete solution to automate any given process. He was a SBU head, and most of his tenure dominated providing turnkey automation solutions to selective and unique challenges. And he is a very innovative person. He owns exclusive rights for patented digital control valve. And for more details, you're welcome to go to his website called www.samiep.com. Of course, we'll give you the details later. The technology is a step change, is an innovation in current practices across the globe. Hence, it finds applications in most of the industry verticals. He has received grants from DSIR, MOST, Government of India, using which he has built a technology experience unit, which you can visit anytime in Pune itself. Satish is highly decorated by awards. He has got prestigious global award even by International Society of Automation, USA, and that is for technical innovation of his product. He was endowed by UOP, a Honeywell company. He has also been awarded by ISA Asia Pacific District. He has also got awards from International Exhibition of Inventions, Serbia, Punshan, IK China, etc. As recently as last year, he got a ISA Maharashtra Section Award for excellence in technical innovation. With that, it gives me great pleasure to welcome Mr. Satish Pathak, and I request Satish ji to take over from here and give his presentation. Thank you, Satish. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, welcome, thank you, Gurmeet ji. Yeah. And it's really a great pleasure presenting on ISA Pune's webinar. And that too, this product today, which is going to be presented, is valve that is made of stainless steel, and that too on the Jayanti of our great past leader Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's Jayanti. So he was Iron Man, and this iron product is getting presented to you on his Jayanti. It's a great honor. So let me share my presentation. So I am sharing my screen. Right.
Yes, it is visible.
It is visible, right? So today's topic is patented digital control valves for industry agnostic liquid dispensing applications. So the title is very clear, focus is very clear that it's all about liquid dispensing and no other applications in process automation we are talking. If it is not related to liquid dispensing, it is out of focus. I think I'll have to play this, right? Stop. Yeah. So is it visible now? No, I think.
No, Satish. It was earlier visible.
Yeah. Share the presentation.
Yeah.
Visible, right?
Yeah, yeah. You can go to full screen mode.
Right.
Play the PPT now.
Yeah.
F5.
Right. Sorry for
PowerPoint,
the glitches.
PowerPoint mode मध्ये गेलास तर चांगलं दिसेल.
आले.
No, F5.
It is still in the slideshow mode.
Pardon?
Still in the slideshow mode.
It's not in the slideshow. You have to play the slideshow. Sure.
Yeah, I played that.
No.
No, no, down you have a pointer. You can do it from there.
Here, right? So this one, yeah,
Ah.
this one I did.
Now it's in the right. It's
Yeah,
now
now
entered.
it's correct.
Okay, great. So, industrial liquid dispensing, the challenges in process control due to unavailability of specific wall types for the purpose. So the context is challenges worldwide, and which are all areas. It is beyond typical manufacturing activity because we know the process industries like this. We know the typical liquid filling applications like this and this, and even the ports, we need these kind of requirements. And almost every industry vertical, maybe in a small scale or large scale, liquid dispensing is an inevitable task. So what is happening today is particularly it's a clash or the glitch is because of flow rate versus quantity. Actually, flow rate is the parameter that talks about or discusses about the rate of flow of liquid passing through a pipe. However, quantity is a cumulative fixed volume, which is actually indirectly dependent on flow rate. And that is the reason we have challenges here. But before that, we will see what are the existing wall types. Assuming there would be some ISA student members, I have considered a couple of slides here, but not going into much detail. So we all know ball walls, butterfly walls, gate wall, globe wall, needle wall, on-off wall, etc. And what is the functionality of these existing valves is to throttle the liquid flow passing through the pipes, or just to start and stop the flow. In other words, we can say that to vary the flow rate, these particular valves are used. So what are the limitations? Limitations are the slow response, challenges due to dynamics in the process parameters like pressure, temperature, and thirdly, the need of customization for building automation systems and machines. Because these balls are actually not meant for liquid dispensing applications. So when the liquid dispensing depends on flow rates, what happens is we need at least 2 to 3 different flow rates. Then limited bandwidth due to customization. Then we have compensation arrangements for dynamics, making the automation complex, and which leads to higher capex, opex, and space. Ultimately, due to less accuracy, huge cumulative losses are there. And as these are the limitations known and still some of them are in use, there is other alternative to walls is particularly the positive displacement pumps, the PDPs. And these PDPs, if at all need to control it well within fine control, you need VFDs as well, which has got a limited bandwidth, and again, huge cumulative losses are there. And thirdly, flow meters or flow totalizers are used to take the feedback of what is the quantity passed through, and the control or cutoff is made accordingly. So here are few wall types. Not all of them are used for liquid flow. As I had this image, I chose it. Certainly the rotary wall we do not use for liquids, but then other walls, irrespective of their actuation, whether it is manual or automatic, these are the basic types in pictorial form. We have put it over here. And next is the positive displacement pump. Not all the types, but some major pumps for positive displacement are displayed here. So they have their own advantages and disadvantages as well, but the things are not so simple. So here comes the patented digital controlled valve, a disruption, or you can say a disruptive invention in industrial valves. So what makes it so disruptive? Basically, these valves are industry agnostic. That means you can use right from any to every industry vertical. Number two, the biggest advantage is these walls are configurable. So configurable means when you put a wall, you can simply configure it at a given site for the given requirement. You will see the details in upcoming slides. These walls are versatile as far as liquid dispensing is concerned. They are precise, accurate. To what extent, that also we are going to see in upcoming slides. Then they have wide rangeability for multiple parameters. So what are these parameters? Especially the header level. When the walls are connected to overhead tanks, the header level plays a very critical role. So a very wide range of header level can be supported. The wide range of viscosities and wide range of liquid parameter dispensing and ambient temperature can also be taken care of. So the dispensing is based on calibration profile. So here the product comes as a pair of product. Here I am marking the digital controller and I am pointing it out to the wall itself. So it comes as a pair of product. And this particular digital controller has been developed with an specialized algorithm which makes this valve unique as far as both the things go together. And hence, this digital controller allows you to build a calibration profile on a given site and you can dispense any liquid. So this dispensing is based on least count. That means today is the practice that the dispensing is done by way of percentage error of the target quantity. If you consider 1 liter quantity, they may say 0.3% accurate, 0.5% accurate. That means 3 to 5% excess giveaway comes in picture. So you can see the liquid dispensing pattern also over here. The simple arrangement is here right from the liquid inlet. Can you mute someone is there? Then the liquid outlet is here. Liquid flow pattern is shown here. The weight feedback goes to digital controller and then it modulates the air pressure to really dispense the liquids over here. Now, what is the next thing? It is actually a sustainable paradigm shift. It is not for the sake of invention. It's not an invention. The things are going to stay and make a sustainable impact to the industries. Secondly, as it is industry agnostic and the changes across globe, it is going to have a global industry impact. Then you have a simple application to take forward is select the wall off the shelf, install and configure. So out of very few wall sizing variations, you are able to pick one wall, install and configure and you are sorted. So it's readily adaptable to most of the liquids. And then it sets new international standards in accuracy and precision, high return on investment and cumulative savings, and multifold savings make it a green technology as well. So what is the USP? We must know, being a TechTalk here, unique working principle of it. The newly invented liquid dispensing valve is combination with the digital controller generates dynamic aperture in according to modulated pneumatic pressure. So as the pressure is modulated, the aperture of the wall opening is also dynamically changed, and the changes are so quick and for such short times that it dispenses a very unique flow pattern out of it. So there is no typical flow throttling as we see in analog flow throttling, but this is all digital slicing we do, and that is why we call it as digital controlled valve. So in the unique functionality, you will see the same thing, that this generates a unique dispensing profile of discrete packets that are finely or closely deviated. The smallest packet quantity can be a drop weighing fraction of a gram, While when it is 100% open, it delivers the maximum flow rate up to several hundred grams per second, and it depends on the ball size as well. So, and obviously this may vary for the change in size and other parameters involved in a particular application. So when we have explained so much, we must see the product on camera. How does the product look and what are the product connectivities? Here is a very simple arrangement where you can see a overhead tank is mounted. Simple pipe connection is here, and here is the wall, and at the back of it is a digital controller. You can see a electronic weighing scale here where you can place a container, a bucket or whatsoever to receive the liquid. So this is a closed control loop. So I'll stop my sharing and I'll come on the camera to show you the product and come back to the presentation again. So I am here on the camera. You can see I have the product right here. As you have some idea about the product, now I'm holding it horizontally so that it is covered in the camera. Okay, so this is the pipe-like structure is the wall. I'll show it part by part. The upper part is the actuator. Here you can see the pneumatic input fitting, air modulation. Then this one is the liquid inlet, and from the bottom, it is the outlet, which is tightly shut off right now. So this is the wall as such as a complete product. And here is another very small version of it. You can see the difference between the two products sizing. So this is under development, almost done, but we are working on it. So such a small product is also available, and other sizes are also equally available. So I'll share the presentation again. Right, so we are here on the basic input. What is the aim of present version? The present version is aimed to dispense liquids by gravity flow. The source is a storage vessel or an overhead tank of any convenient capacity and any suitable elevation. So you don't have to really worry on the parameters when it typically happens when we do size selection for a wall and all that. So whether your overhead tank is of 50 liter capacity or 5,000 liter capacity, whether it is just at an elevation of 6 feet or whether it is at a elevation of say 30 feet high or 50 feet high. So definitely the head pressure varies. At the same time, your 50 liter tank may have a small pipe compared to the 5,000 liter overhead tank. But in either conditions, you can put the same wall, you can configure it, and you may have two different profiles for these two typical conditions. And then you can just choose the particular profile as and when you are connected to respective site, and you can ask for any random quantity anytime. So inlet outlet ports we already have discussed. Actuation, the present version is for pneumatically actuated, and then the digital controller helps you connect with the existing PLCs, DCS, and other intelligent or smart devices. And typically you can say that you can pass a parameter from other devices to this digital controller, and the digital controller does the job for you and gives you the return value out of it. So how is the feedback and control? So this particular version uses the feedback from electronic weighing scale or load cells for closed loop system. And as you know, the actual quantity doesn't vary. The weight is constant irrespective of change of viscosity also. This particular feedback and electronic weighing scales are much more higher than any other quantity measurement instruments. It gives you the highest accuracy when you take the feedback from the electronic weighing scale or load cells. So feedback from other process parameters are also possible, and we can calibrate like pH, temperature, viscosity in a process tank. And based on that, it can predict and it can dispense. So if you maintain the constant header pressure, it allows dispensing without any parameter feedback as well. And the calibration profile helps you in precise and accurate liquid dispensing. So usability is the newly patented digital control valve is developed to precisely dispense liquid by gravity flow while eliminating depending on factors like viscosity, liquid media, header pressure, etc. Because all these things are auto-tuned because of its unique functionality of several discrete digital packets. And then one can pick it off the shelf and configure at the site. So once it is calibrated, you can ask for any odd quantity and you can dispense it simply by typing in, and you don't need to have different calibrations again and again for a given site condition. So you can switch to any other liquid very swiftly. Just clean the same valve if you wish, sterilize it and select the respective profile from the digital controller, and you can use it for any other liquid for any other liquid dispensing requirements. So least count is the new advantage here, that the valve is able to dispense at par with the least count. As I was talking about the percentage error concept, here the percentage error which is globally popular today, that is thrashed out, and whether you dispense 500 grams, 1 kilo or 5 kg or 10 kg, you can literally chase the target to fraction of a gram, and the huge cumulative losses are saved because of it. And this is what auto-tuned I was talking about, so already covered. Then the commercial benefits are one single wall, you can flexibly use it for a variety of target quantities, variety of liquids and different conditions. As you have different profiles already in the digital controller, you can invariably flexibly use it with highest versatility. And then there are applications like wide range of formulation batch sizes can be covered using the same setup. Then you can do CIP, SIP, and with that I'll show you how a very compact setup can be put up. So this saves capex, opex, and space at least by 50% or more, and increases the throughput at least by 200%. It's worth retrofitting. So you don't have to worry about if you have to incorporate these walls, you will have to scrap the entire setup or what, but only the core part wherever it is relevant, only those components would be removed, and this can take place of and it can be retrofitted to give you the highest advantages. The material of construction is SS316 and Teflon and other suitable elastomers. So that gives you a long life, and most liquids are easily adaptable, compatible with that, right from food, pharma to hazardous chemicals. The other advantages are that it can be mass produced, configurable for various applications. So it is not that if I have to give it to a dairy, I need another wall as compared to a specialty chemical industry or maybe a ink manufacturer. Okay, so that is the biggest advantage of it. Then the customers also can make use of it for their internal purpose simply by configuring it. It needs less number of walls, less number of wall sizing varieties. It reduces your maintenance expenditure, and it needs less inventory also. And most important is that it gives highest return on investment in a very shortest time. And collectively, all these things together, it makes it a low carbon or a green technology. So we can play videos quickly, one or two, to show you how the things really work for. I'm only worried I have to switch between this presentation and the screen and such. I'm stopping it here. Oh. So the screen is visible to you?
Is visible.
Yeah.
PPT का screen है.
But I am not able to. I think this must be visible to you now. So we'll see a basic working that will give you the confidence how it works.
Yes, this is visible.
Yeah. So this is the valve installed. This is the pneumatic connection. This is by gravity input liquid connection. This is the output flow. This gap is deliberately kept so that you can see the packetized flow coming out of this valve. And then there is a closed loop system. So here 2.5 kilogram was the target given, and we'll see how fast and how accurately it goes. I'm playing it. So this is with a header of 6 feet tank placed, such a huge flow was there. And then
We can't see the video.
Oh,
Satish.
you can't see the video?
No. We are only seeing that folder where the videos are kept.
Oh. Stop.
The video is not on. But I'm not seen by us.
No. Actually,
Share all screen. Not a single screen, but share all screen. Or complete screen.
Yeah, screen is there. Right. So you can see now?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll play it again.
Yes, it is visible now.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the wall I'm talking about. This is the liquid inlet. Then this is the liquid outlet. And this is the pneumatic actuation over here. So this gap is deliberately kept so that you can see the liquid dispensing pattern. So 2.5 kilogram, how fast it is done, you can see. And this was very close to the target, and these packets are coming out. So the packet size is getting reduced, and at the end it would be just a drop like an ink dropper, right? You must have seen it. Okay. So
why the drop is coming?
pardon?
Why the drop is coming?
Why the drop is coming?
Why deliberately? Why
is
deliberately it is put?
Yeah, it is deliberately. It is not dripping. It is not dripping due to unwanted closure. It is able to control even the drop along with such a big flow.
Okay.
That is the uniqueness of it.
Yeah.
And how accurate that you can see in another video. Are you able to hear the audio of this video?
No.
Okay. So here the weighing balance is also automatically zeroed and tiered after the bucket is placed. and it is asking to dispense. Container weight is there and it is starting now. So you can see number of walls here. That also will see how this arrangement can help us in different applications. And these packets are coming up. And you can see 2500.7. So actually when it was the weight was stable, it was 0.3 gram excess. Now we'll see another video. See, there are 500 gram target. So it is taking feedback of weight also while it is getting filled. And you can see the weighing scale display. I think 500.3 it is settled. Yeah. Okay. So I think you must have got a fair idea about it. We'll stop the video showing over here and we'll go back to the presentation. Right. So applications in process industries are right from automatic formulation batching for production or even sample making or pilot scale. Then additive dosing we can do either with parameter feedback or open loop as well because of the calibration profile. Then typical filling applications like bottling, container, can, barrels, whatsoever, either with weight feedback or volume or no feedback. pH control, programmable dosing, synchronous or asynchronous. And then micro, small or medium and large quantities can be dispensed from one single wall at programmed intervals or in response to parameter feedback. So what we can say is that suppose there is a exothermic reaction and you want to dose with the feedback of temperature, and you know that with rise of certain temperature how much you are supposed to dose, then those kind of patterns also can be defined and controlled. So here is a compact arrangement example of automatic formulation batching. This arrangement we saw in an earlier video, whereby the number of walls are mounted on slide rail. And what can happen is the wall can be slide over to a particular filling station or where the batch is carried out. You can manually lock it. You can connect the container and dispense any odd quantity based on its profile. And once the dispensing is done, you can pass the wall for cleaning and you can bring in the next wall by sliding in. So with this kind of a thing, hardly even 10 odd number of walls would be sufficient for you to take care of hundreds of raw materials you want to have in automatic formulation batching. And now I have shown a cluster of overhead tanks here, whereby if you use the calibration profile and if it is a simple mix and you want to have it a simultaneous dispensing, then each digital controller will take care of each tank for dispensing whatever quantity in whatever proportion it wants to, and it will dispense at once. If you want to take feedback of the load cell, then one by one tank dispensing would be coming in picture. So variety of such combinations can be done with different applications. At the same time, you can see on this particular vessels, there is an inlet here for refilling. These tanks are completely tied to be compatible to sustain for certain pressure. And then you have another inlet on top of it here, which can be used either to expose the liquid to atmosphere, or you can put nitrogen pressure, or you can connect it to a vacuum if after use you want to clean and evacuate all traces or odor inside, then you can use it that way also. And what we see is generally that there are 3 P's in manufacturing: production, packaging, and penetrate. So production and packaging we already have discussed, but what is there for penetrate? What happens is the market is always scattered. And when the market is scattered and you produce it at one place on a large quantity, then you have lot of challenges over having lot of resources at one place, needing very fast machineries at one place, and then you end up with huge cumulative losses as well. And then ultimately you need to have dealer distribution arrangement whereby you lose at least 40% of your margins there. So in penetrate section, we have come up with a concept called DAD, decentralized automated distribution. And there would be a DAD unit taking care of the hyperlocal market, and it can support you just on call basis. You don't have to have large agreements for your bottling jobs to be done or your blending jobs to be carried out, but you can do it on call basis as well for a day or two or whatsoever. And then you can have it like a just in time and just required quantity concept, taking care of the hyperlocal market. And this can be utilized for industrial supply chain as well as FMCG market. It can be helpful to the import export companies, and it can be a backbone of e-marketplace, and it can be a authorized vending outlet also for customers to refill their products. We see nowadays that plastic saving is on very high demand. And in Europe and other places, you see that people carry their bottles so to fill their liquid soap or any other liquid products as per the quantity they want. And those kind of authorized outlets also can be there with different business arrangements. And I'm coming to an end. If you consider the sector of impact, almost every industry vertical, right from cosmetic, flavor fragrance to pharma, API, Ayurvedic products, chemical, dairy, food, even defense, we were invited by ISRO to carry out a live demonstration of rocket fuel, and which was really worked out beyond their expectations, and they gave us letter of satisfactory demo as well. And then you can expect this product in oil and petroleum, water, wastewater, and almost every industry vertical. Biotech, polymers, leather, paint, ink, adhesive, you name it, specialty chemicals, and everywhere you can really make use of it. So here is a pictorial view to get a glance of it, what all. And you are sure that there are thousands of liquid products which we cannot fit on a screen also. So to summarize, what we have reduced and what we have increased is we have reduced number of walls and piping, cumulative losses, capex, opex, space, automation complexity level, design efforts, because it is configurable, you can pick off the shelf and configure. It has reduced carbon footprint. It has reduced dependency on liquid media, that is change of viscosity due to ambient temperature or header level and any quantity requirements. And what it has increased is it has increased rangeability, versatility, accuracy, precision, consistency, product quality, ready adaptability, affordability, throughput, ROI, and process uptime. So if we have time, I can just show you one Excel which can calculate in front of you that to what extent these kind of losses we bear. So Gurmitji, let me know if we have 2-3 more minutes. I'll share the Excel and explain, and then we can conclude it.
Yeah, you can please go ahead. We have time.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll have to stop here and I'll go to the folder. So I'm sharing this Excel now. Is it visible?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So forget about the top list over there. It is just about the client information to be filled and all. So let us focus on these different important criteria. So here is one example I have put. The example is that any ABC product, it is the SKU to be filled as a bottling application, 500 ml. Product price is 350 rupees for half a liter. Okay, like a typical pure ghee we buy for 700 rupees a kg. Okay, then number of filling head, only one wall I have considered. Bottles filled, I have considered very slow, though we can go very fast. I have considered only 4 bottles per minute. So that gives me filling hours per day. I have considered 12, and this gives me only 1440 jars of 500 ml to be filled. See, such a small volume I'm talking about. You bottle it for 365 days, then you can see the delivered calculation, and at the end, if you see what you are losing, okay, and I have considered 0.3 gram excess even using this particular wall. I am not saying 0, I have considered some excess giveaway of 0.3 grams. See what is the excess giveaway is almost 34 lakhs rupees per annum is the excess giveaway with the present filling machines. And if any one of you want to put one case before we close this Excel sheet, we can take any another example, type it down here, and you can get the answer about it. So let me know quickly, yes or no, or I will move forward. And you can demand for this
Yes.
Excel sheet for your customers or for your own manufacturing. So anybody wants to have any example here, or I move forward?
Yes.
Yes, you want to put anything? Hello?
Another example.
Yeah. Yeah, Satish, you can take one more example. Put your figures.
Okay, my own figures is fine. So I'll take a cough syrup, typical. Okay. 100 ml to be filled. Okay. Cough syrups are almost more than 1000 rupees a liter or so. Okay. So you can say 125 is a rate. I'm considering 1. Number of fields, I'm taking 8. Working hours 12. So it has given me the calculation now. So I'm working 365 days. Okay. Yeah. And particularly the present fill error is on an average for small quantities, it is very high. Still, I'll consider very moderate 4. And here I'll take again 0.3. And you can see 97 lakhs rupees per year. That too with one single head we are talking. Actually, you must be knowing that multiple heads are there and simultaneously with very high speed it goes. So if I change this 1 to 8, see the figures are changed and we can go to the end. It is 7.77 crores per annum. Okay, so I think this will give you a fair idea. There are lots of possibilities we can really discuss. Stop this Excel sheet here and we'll move ahead. Right? So we have seen all this thing. And at the end, we can say that international awards, what it got, validations, tractions. So Gurmeet has already mentioned about so many awards it has already won internationally. This is just a pictorial view and few live demos we have carried out, some traction we have, and we are happy to take the case as you want. And for the sake of penetration, we have another business model, particularly on subscription basis as well. So it is so interesting that as you saw the kind of savings you have, we have different rates depending on the period of subscription you choose. And we have 90 days subscription also at a little higher rate compared to the long-term rates. But even with that, when you pay for that 90 days subscription, within 90 days, whatever you save, you really accumulate your money for your purchases or for your long-term lease as well. And we are really encouraging industries to go for long-term lease also, because they won't have any worry about the liability of the product or any maintenance issues, but even an instantaneous replacement of the product. Lot many things are there, but this being a tech talk, I am not going in details of those things. Just to tell you about the business innovation model also, out of it, I shared these things. And at the end, where to find me? I am not putting any of my company details over here, being a tech talk, and you can say that whisper those 3 little words and end your agony to find me, because on Google search, you just have to type Satish Pathak wall. That's it. And you will have lots of information there to reach out to me. And with that, I'm committed to my typical tech talk and no company information, nothing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Satish.
Thank you very much.
Very interesting topic, subject, and good presentation. So we can invite questions now from the
Audience.
audience. Please go ahead. You can either type in your question on the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Yes,
I would like
Satish.
to ask first of all whether it was simple enough to understand or it was a jargon.
Satish, more than the jargon, what I found was that it doesn't look like a conventional valve.
Yeah, it is not right.
It's more like a metering solution.
Yeah. So particularly, it's for liquid dispensing application. Metering is one part,
Yeah.
but there are other functionalities also along with that.
Okay.
Right.
And I
Sir,
mean,
what is the
are
quality
you
of
able to put a cost to it? Is it we know that globe valve, half-inch control valve or globe valve, even made out of SS304 or 6. We know typical the cost is there.
Right.
Is there any particular sizing and costing done by you? Costing nahi, but MRP pricing by you.
Yeah. So actually, there is no specific MRP price for this, because this is not a typical valve for float throttling. And actually, the systems which are built today, particularly bottling and liquid filling machines kind of a thing, the kind of cumulative losses it brings to you, I call them as bleeding machines. Okay. So when you have a very quick ROI, okay. Now I'll tell you one thing about one of the dairy industry, the ghee manufacturing. The daily production is between 5 to 7 ton. Okay. So the loss comes up almost to 1 CR per year. Now, whatever retrofitting arrangement we do, if with entire retrofitting cost, because it is not like that you give the ball and the problem is solved. So you have to give the entire solution with whatever is existing when it is retrofitting. And if suppose as an example, if it comes to a period of 4 months saving, okay. So within 90 days, within 120 days, if your cost is recovered and rest of the 9.5 years or 9 years and whatever, 8 months, if you are enjoying the benefits of it, I think it's a very win-win, or more on customer side, it is a win-win situation, not on our part.
Okay.
So we are charging very less value-based based on, because we don't sell it like a typical product off the shelf that iska MRP itna hai and you sell it like that, because it has to be configured to a given application.
Hi, Satish sir.
Hi.
Yes, Bankesh here.
Hi. Hello,
I
Bankesh.
just want to know this product is used in our highly acidic product.
It can be. See, the thing is, all components are highly machined. Okay, with a very high precision machining is there. So SS316 is the present material of construction. If you choose any other metal, we can do machining in those metals and provide the solution accordingly.
And what is the accuracy?
See, accuracy is much higher than any flow meter or flow totalizer, and it is a least count based accuracy. So as we see, suppose when we do some addition from in a process tank, and when we use flow meters, we know the challenge like at least 1% or so is the error in the given system. And there are quite other challenges also about the pump pressure and pipe bends and n number of things are there. Now, if you consider overhead tank is there above your process vessel with whatever quantities you need, and a level sensor put on top of it. So that level sensor gives our digital controller a feedback that what is the header level as of now. And accordingly, we calculate the calibration profile internally or the factor inside, and then it decides a certain actuation duration based on that, and it dispenses at one single shot if you want. And then it is very fast, and at the same time it is much higher than any flow meter, because if you consider you are putting some say 700 800 kilograms in a reaction vessel, at least if 2 kg 3 kg is an excess giveaway, industry is still okay with that today because they don't have other option. We can literally bring down that to 50 or 100 grams. Okay, or maybe lesser than that based on the site condition.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And when you go for the bottling requirements, in specialty chemicals, we know the product range is almost from 800 rupees to 2000 rupees is the range. And if we consider a typical example of 7-ton bottling is done on one machine in a day, you know the cumulative losses per day I'm talking now is almost 60,000 rupees a day to 1.5 lakh rupees a day. And in a year, it goes to a couple of crores rupees, 4 crore, 5 crore. And if these kind of losses, if you are able to recover by a new retrofit in just a ROI of a couple of months here and there, I think it's a very lucrative advantage to the industries.
Okay. So I recommend to all joint people because Mr. Satish Pathak sir is few months before visited to our plant and he's given me to a valuable suggestion and I'm implementation is going on in our plant. So I suggest to all joint people to connect with Satish Pathak sir. He's a very nice person, cooperative person, and had that suggestion he has given, I am implementing, and this is a very good to me to meet Satish sir.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Mukesh. So any other questions?
Sir, whether industrial PC is compulsory with the equipment?
No, not at all. It was there in the video, but we will have our embedded product digital controller along with the ball.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Satish, what if the digital control is already present? So is that something we can, or the digital control is a part of that system, or it can be?
Yeah. Actually, as a physical body, they are two different products. Okay, but it comes as a pair of product.
We cannot merge it with our own embedded system.
See, what happens is that the digital controller has a specially developed algorithm for this particular valve. Okay. So that need not be done, and it is not that easy to do by a PLC programmer or so. Okay. So there are lot many things going inside that particular digital controller. So what we suggest is you just pass the parameter, have some connectivity with digital controller, and whatever is your requirement. Suppose you have 20 walls installed and you have IDs given to your walls 1, 2, 3, 4 and all. So you just pass the wall ID, you pass the profile which is to be considered in that digital controller, and you ask for the random target quantity, whatever you want to dispense. So it will do the job for you, and whatever is the achieved quantity, it will give you as a return parameter to your system. So adaptability should be very easy. Industry should not really work on all those things again and again.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thank
so
you.
it was a very good session, and I hope most of the questions. Anybody have the question? Most of them are answered. And thank you
Is
for
there
your
anything in the
presentation.
chat box?
Sir, I have only one question.
Okay, go ahead, ask it.
I'm Shankar here. What is the communication protocol between your valve to a PLC? Like if you want to connect a PLC to it, what is the communication protocol schedule?
So communication protocol and pardon? Sorry, come again.
No, see, for example, you can have a 420 milliampere what a control signal, or what do you call a Profibus or a foundation field bus. There are
right, but what I say is that these are just typical add-ons to any controller. Okay, as in your PLC, you have the required communication option. We can have your required communication option in the digital controller, and we can do the job accordingly. Because communication should not be a barrier. That is what I'm trying to tell you.
Thanks, Mr. Satish. I have a last question.
Okay, and I think Mr. Pathak also
am I audible?
raised hand.
Yeah. I have a question, Mr. Satish. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So my question is regarding, I am interested on the bare loose valve. I would like to utilize my own controller. I have 4 questions pertaining to this. Okay. What is the smallest size of this valve? What is the leakage class? Second, third, I would like to utilize this for the corrosive fluid like lubricant oil and all that. And what is a cycle life? If we operate this valve for the life cycle of the valves, if we operate this valve as a on-off as well as on-off application, particularly with the control application. These are my 4 questions.
Okay. So if I miss, kindly remind me. I'll try to answer all 4 questions. First of all, we don't give the wall as a typical isolated wall, but it comes along with the digital controller. Okay. Number 2, can you name your company? Which company you come from?
Marshall, Forbes Marshall.
Okay. So whatever is your controller, maybe PLC or
Still,
your
you
own
would not. Still, you would not like to go with the loose valve after hearing the name of the company.
See, company name is fine. If at all we have some strategic alliance for the product or so, we can take it separately. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And
Leakage
thirdly,
class, cycle, and corrosive fluid for
yeah.
the
So leakage
lubricant oil
class
and all.
is a very tight shut off. There is no dripping at all. Okay. There is
So
no
is that
dripping at all.
class 6? Class 6?
Yeah, you can say so, because if these classes come in picture, because they in the typical existing walls, there is a lot of pressure and gland packing and other issues are there, and the seating is also a concern. So you face these challenges of typical class kind of a definition. But here, this is liquid dispensing. So you cannot really afford to have a wall that is dripping. Okay. That is the foremost requirement if for any good liquid dispensing wall. So in that sense, it is a tight shut-off wall. And if it is not so, whenever we open it to dispense fraction of a gram, it is by control. It is not by error or it is not by accident. So when you really actuate the wall for fraction of a gram, it has to be so tight shut off accordingly. And as far as corrosion or lube oils are concerned, should not be an issue. Still, if you have a challenge with SS 316 or 316L, you can suggest us the MOC and we can work accordingly.
And cycle life and
Life is
maximum allowable temperature of the fluid.
Yeah. So life cycle you can consider at least for 10 years. We suggest a preventive maintenance like for our cars or something, that we just replace the soft seals, and you can use round the clock for a 10-year cycle at least. As such, there is nothing to really corrode and really go bad, but we are not overcommitting anything. And as far as temperature is concerned, we can put components according to your temperature, so that
for the application of, let's say, 110 degree.
Yeah,
oil
110 degree. It can work, no issues.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Satish, any catalog is available for this product or
I
solution?
have presentation.
Okay.
And then we actually discuss the application with the customer, because it's not a typical product as such, though we share a lot of information in the presentation. And then we really work on the assignment or the challenge what they have, and come up with a complete solution accordingly. So one thing I would like to tell you that
are there any things like diaphragms, etc., there in like in typical valves?
No diaphragm inside.
No diaphragms.
No, it is as such piston actuated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please, from the audience.
Yeah. So about retrofitting.
Smallest size, smallest size, smallest size.
Smallest size, you tell me your liquid requirements, because
For
we
a
can dispense even with 1 ml flow rate, 1 ml per second also, or if you want hundreds of.
I think that's a perfectly the smallest. Okay.
Okay, so it all depends. I'll like to tell you one example. There was a US company just before the lockdown. They had approached us to dispense a very fixed quantity to dispense in a running flow of a pipe. And do you know what drop size they had asked? They had expecting 20 drops in 1 ml quantity. 0.05 ml was the drop size, and we built a prototype for them. And just to check the viability, whether that prototype is possible, they sent $1,000. Just imagine. So these kind of unique things also can be taken up. It is not a typical product as such, but it's about the technology, so that we can really work on the given challenges. So I was about to tell you that we are giving an offer to one of the companies where they have 8-head liquid filling machine having a flow meter feedback, and still there are cumulative losses. So if we could retrofit our walls there, those errors will give them huge cumulative savings. So retrofitting is an immediate agenda for us.
Okay. Any other questions, please, from the audience?
Vinod Joshi, the expert man from Fort Marshall,
Yeah.
earlier.
So if there are no questions, Yogesh, can you do the vote of thanks?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yogesh, I just want to
yes,
say
yes.
something.
Yeah.
This,
Yes.
I think this is a very good product. I have seen the demo of this product, and if anyone want to see the actual live product, the demo is available in the Kothurud, right, Satish?
Right. True.
So people can go and visit his place where the demo is available.
True.
Yes.
And what I can
So-
say is that however videos you see, presentation you see, whatever I talk, the day you witness the demo, your all queries and doubts will vanish, and you will come up with your challenges to for the solution you want for, you're looking for.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Satish, a lot. Uh, thank you, Gurmeet, to allow me to give the vote of thanks. So this tech talk is most about what is new, what is the latest technology in each and every section. So that is why we had decided not to. This is not a product type of talk. This is more of a patented technology which Satish has worked a lot and implemented a patent on it. So this is something what our Pune section is really proud of having a patented technology by our own Pune section members. So this was a very good eye opener and a very good technological talk by Satish, and I really thank him. Especially thank him for in the very short term he was told to give this tech talk, and I really appreciate that.
Right.
That he really we should thank him for giving this tech talk on a short notice. I also thank our president Gurmeet to introduce to the ISA, and also thank everyone who have joined on the very short notice of 1 week, and that was a real pleasure to have you all, and also the members who have not been a part of ISA. I wish that everyone joins and is also contacts the president or directly goes to the isa.org, join and get the